Bella.
What? Why I keep it in my mouth if it is revolting?
I have said that before to Jerrod.
I am Bella Baxter.
Not just the good, but degradation.
Shall we sing?
Horror.
Welcome back to KnightNewz. Before we start, please like the video for more excellent content.
It's an experiment.
Good evening.
Her brain and her body are not quite synchronized. But she's progressing at an accelerated pace. For it is a happy tale.
I am Bella Baxter.
4 things. During the Victorian era in London, Max McCandless, who is a medical student, is employed as the assistant of the eccentric surgeon Godwin Baxter. There is a growing attraction between Max and Bella, Godwin's young ward, who is completely naive and unthreatening. Godwin claims that the pregnant woman committed herself by jumping off of a bridge by jumping off of it. By exchanging the brain of the unborn kid for the lady's own, Godwin resulted in the woman having the mind of an infant. He named the woman Bella Baxter. Having Godwin's backing, Max visits Bella with the intention of proposing marriage. Bella is in agreement, but as her brain continues to develop at a rapid pace, she begins to have questions about both the outside world and herself. During the process of exploring her own body, she acquires knowledge about sexual pleasure and masturbation. A debauched attorney named Duncan Wedderburn was hired by Godwin to modify the marriage contract. Nevertheless, she fled with him shortly after the engagement. After making the decision to let her go, Godwin begins a new experiment with Felicity, a young lady who matures at a much slower rate than Bella does. Together, Bella and Duncan go on an incredible journey that begins in Lisbon, where they engage in sexual activity on a regular basis. Duncan smuggles Bella onto a cruise ship when she starts to become difficult to handle. 2 of the passengers make Bella friends and help her become more open-minded about philosophy. Duncan strives in vain to slow her growth. He gets furious and starts drinking and gambling. When Bella sees the suffering of the disadvantaged on a tour in Alexandria, she gets distressed. She provides dishonest crew members false assurances that Duncan's money will be donated to the less fortunate. Bella and Duncan are abandoned at Marseille and go to Paris because they are unable to pay for the remainder of their holiday. Bella starts working at a brothel in need of income and lodging. Bella leaves Duncan after he has a violent outburst and collapses. She learns about socialism from Toinette, another prostitute, in the brothel when she is brought under Madame Swiney's care. Godwin, who is now approaching death, demands that Max bring Bella to him. After tracking down Duncan, who has been institutionalized, Max discovers her. Once back in London, Bella makes amends with Godwin and decides to get married to Max again. Duncan and General Alfie Blessington break up the wedding. The latter greets Bella as Victoria and says he has come to fetch her back because they were married before she vanished. When she realizes Victoria committed herself to get away from Alfie, she knows that he is a violent and sadistic man and leaves Max to learn about her prior life. Bella is kept within Alfie's mansion. He makes a futile attempt to induce her to take a sedative while threatening to mutilate her genitalia at gunpoint. Alfie resists and mistakenly shoots himself in the foot before falling as she throws the sedative in his face. With Bella and Max by his side, Godwin dies away softly. Bella chooses to follow Godwin's path and, with Max and Toinette's aid, prepares to become a surgeon. She uses a goat's brain to replace Alfie's missing head. Having an average score of 8.5 out of 10, 361 critics have posted favorable reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, where 92% of reviews are pooled. The conclusion on the website is as follows: wildly creative and wonderfully over the top, Poor Things is a bizarre, fantastic tour de force for filmmaker Yorgos Lanthimos and star Emma Stone. Metacritic, a weighted average site, gave the movie an aggregate score of 88 out of 100, based on reviews from 62 critics, meaning universal acclaim. An average audience score of A- on an A+ to F scale was granted to the movie by Cinema Score, while 68% of post-track respondents rated the movie as excellent and 75% said they would surely recommend it. According to Glamour, Stone was praised for her brilliantly bold and fearless sex scenes in the movie, which was given widespread positive reviews following its world premiere. I appreciate you watching KnightNewz. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
She is my new friend who has not been fucked in 20 years. Is that not astonishment?
I'll fucking throw you overboard. You cannot speak like this.
Lights of society. But what?
You want to see what the world is really like? I'm sorry.
You're trying to help me understand.
No. I actually wanted to hurt you.
We must go help them.
We are a fucked species. Know it. Hope is smashable. Realism is not. Protect yourself with the truth.